Hello, and welcome to the Early Morning Podcast. Yes, welcome back to yet another fun-filled episode here with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast as we embark upon what will be an episode this morning. We thank you all in advance and we thank you in advance for a time that will be had. And so, yes, well, we are back like a shark attack, back like we left something, back like we ain't got no clothes on our back. And for the world is a better place when the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast is taking place. And so, thank you for tuning in with us this morning as we converse about the latest sports topics that have taken place in this past week and will be upcoming this week. It is always a blast to have you all tune in and participate with us every weekend as we embark upon a weekend that is the weekend before Christmas. As a reminder that every week we always like to begin our podcast by reminding our audience that the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast can be found on Facebook via our two Facebook pages, the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast community page, as well as additionally on our Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast Facebook page. You can also find us on Instagram at the Early Morning Sports Talk POD. Again, on IG at the Early Morning Sports Talk POD. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify's the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast, as well as our own Facebook pages via Brandon Price, Jamar Goodman, Ian Jones, Jake, Nikki Long, as well as our guests for that weekend. Today is December 21st of 2024 and another fascinating week in the sports world, where we saw the Milwaukee Bucks take home the second inaugural NBA Cup after defeating the Oklahoma City Thunder in impressive fashion and giving this team something to be proud of since the arrival of Damian Lillard expectations. And so getting this NBA Cup perhaps is one of the things or one of the reasons why Damian Lillard arrived in Milwaukee. Additionally, we will see the Buffalo Bills take care of the Detroit Lions, while the Eagles took care of the Steelers in two showdowns this past weekend. Additionally, Cody Bellinger, he will part ways with the Northsiders, aka the Chicago Cubs, to head over to the Bronx over in New York to try to get a World Series. While Colorado's and the University of Colorado, Travis Hunter will lock up the Heisman Trophy as well as various college football honors. And so with that being said, introducing my brother from another mother and one of my partners here on the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast, Mr. Jamar Goodman. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Man, look, I'm fantastic. We got the NFL, we got the college football playoffs, NBA. The Bulls actually beat the Celtics earlier this week.
I know, right?
In a good mood. And Christmas is a couple of days away, so we here.
Yeah, shout out to Ime Udoka. On the other hand, shout out to our sister for joining us this morning and introducing my sister from another mother and my partner here on the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast, Mrs. To you.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody?
Good.
We here.
I'm great.
There's another day that the Lord has made.
I am great. I am here.
So with that being, get right into it. And so Jamar, I'm gonna follow with you and then follow with you, Tiana. And so let us get into our recap for this morning. Good morning to our viewers, Chicago Bears. And so Jamar, let's get it started. The Chicago Bears took they got taken care of, versus the Minnesota Vikings this past Monday night. Did you watch, Jamar? Just what's your thoughts? And let's just talk about the Bears. I mean, we always do.
Yeah, you got the miserable word in there. I guess, that's pretty much what it is at this point. Like, on the side note, like, come on, man. It's Christmas. I was in a good mood. Now we got to talk about the Bears once again. But anyway, look. So yeah, I watched this game. I got my antenna together. I watched it in real time without a couple second lag there. Look, this game just screamed on how bad everything is for the Bears, just across the board. look, the left tackle, the rookie left tackle that they put in that place, they drafted in the third round from Yale. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. At this point, it don't even matter. He don't deserve his name to be pronounced because that man was atrocious. Uh, every time there was a flag called, it was against him. Every time that Caleb Williams gets strip sacked or on the ground, more times than not, it's because of him. And this dude had the audacity after getting drafted saying that he would never let Caleb Williams get touched. So it just that whole part comes in full circle. Defense, couldn't stop anything. Heck, that Minnesota could have probably had 37 points had Justin Jefferson not dropped a wide open touchdown that he could have walked in on. I mean, look, this is one of those to where it's. I know as a Bears fan, we're so used to this, but it's just astonishing to watch every team in this division just have like playoff aspirations, still technically fighting for a division crown. Teams with like only 2 losses here. We on the verge of losing 11 straight to end the year. And the funny thing is, it seems like this was like 6 weeks ago. It would have been a different tune had a Hail Mary didn't go wrong. Like right. Really, a Hail Mary derailed the whole team. And if a Hail Mary has derailed the whole team for this losing streak to be what it is, and offensive coordinators getting fired, head coaches getting fired, the quarterback coordinator turned out to be the interim head coach within like a 14-day period. If all that happened because of a Hail Mary, then what kind of foundation did you have to begin with? In all seriousness, if that one debacle coming back from London with Tyreek Stevenson doing what he's doing, runs into the pitcher, and then tips the ball to Noah Brown for a game-winning Hail Mary that was seen across the world because they kept playing on every sports station in every city in America.
The world, yes, including over here.
And that's a darn shame too. But if that one play derailed the whole season, when you could have been 5-2, but you ended up being 4-3, if that one play derailed the whole season, what kind of foundation did you have to begin with? Like, in all seriousness. Because there's no way you should have lost to the Cardinals the way you did. No way you should have lost to New England. That's a whole different story. No way that you lose 3 straight division games the way that you lost them. Like, all of it, a field goal or less. So, here we are. I'm stumbling here because I don't know what else I can really say about the Bears that we haven't said already. I'm done.
Right. What a way to begin. Tiana.
Very anti-Christmas season to talk
Thanks,
about.
Brandon.
Miserable is absolutely correct. Jamar, you definitely are exhibiting the true Bears feeling. It's very depressing. What I'll say, I did watch the game Monday. And what I saw, which I didn't really see the last couple weeks or the last, during all the games on our losing streak, is they just look defeated. I think they're just ready for the season to be over.
Yeah.
Pretty much. At this point, I'm not opposed to them even bitching Caleb for the rest of the season. Like, for why? He has I want to say 53 sacks.
Yep.
He's been sacked 53 times on the season.
By far,
and at this point, it's a danger to his health and body to be on the field the rest of the season. Because what's the point? We're not playing for a playoff spot. I'm paying attention to his face, right?
Right.
Yes, he's missing open field throws. But to me, it seems like he's panicking not to get hit. And so instead of him being comfortable and really taking his time and, looking for his open man, he's assuming nobody's open. And he's just scared. Like it's like he out there running from Jason, or Freddy
Wow.
or something. Like he's just like in a horror movie every snap. And he gotta run for his life as soon as they get him the ball. So it's
No, go ahead.
That is the energy I got from him Monday night. And at this point, we have no coach. We have no offensive line. Never had one. The defense, although okay, still, they're going down. I wouldn't be opposed to like just sitting him out the rest of the season just to save him from next season, get a new coach, upgrade the O-line, just start fresh, forget about this year. Because what I think happened, I don't think we would be in this position if Eberflus never started this year.
Come on.
And so the whole year was wasted. It's done. It's over. It's cooked. And at this point, do like garbage time in the NBA. Just clear the bench. Put in the whole practice squad. Get the rest of our schedule. It's gonna be a bad week for them playing us. So just call it a quits. Like it's over. Stop wasting our time. That's pretty much where I'm at with it. I'm over it.
Wow. Everything you stated hit home so much. You even in our NFL reactions and overreactions, and you weeks ahead of what the questions that were going to be asked. No, it's okay. Because this is exactly what was being thought. Why put Caleb out there at this point? Why? He's clearly running for his life. Clearly the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. Clearly does not have the time he needs to throw the ball. I give kudos to him though, Jamar. That brother do not over the ball. And generally, guys, if you have a quarterback that generally they win. Come on, y'all. Think of generally they win. But this happens to be one of the outliers. An outlier is just an unusual situation. But generally, winning football games, y'all, we've always stated in sports, football, have a quarterback, especially as a rookie, that protects the ball. Protects the ball, that does not throw interceptions, that does not do this, controls the clock. He does all that so well. It's just the sacks. He don't have time, and that a few times he missed throws because he's a rookie quarterback. But the team don't help him out. They don't help him. The organization don't help him. And so at this point, it's like, why continue to put him out there and set records? Tiana, why set more records? Jamar, why set more records? Why? Dude. At this point, it'll be 60 plus. God damn it, it'll be 70 probably. It'll probably be 70.
Yeah, and then he'll seriously get injured. Like that's my thing. Like at this point, you just risking injury. You're not. Is no reward. There's no reward for the risk right now.
But the sad thing is, he's a rookie. He needs reps. That's the problem. He needs reps.
But so he needs his life too, Jamar.
Exactly. That's what makes this so conflicting. That's it. Like, and so this goes back to
get in the preseason.
So it goes back to Ryan Poles. This goes back to Ryan Poles. And I actually like Ryan Poles overall as a GM, but this right here is all Ryan Poles for being too, I guess, cute about not addressing the offensive line, just, trading for Ryan Bates for like what, a 4th or 5th round pick or something like that for a backup, whatever he is from the Bills, and only drafting the guy from Yale in the 3rd round, and signing the backup center from from the Rams in the offseason because he's familiar with Shane Waldron's scheme and all this stuff instead of actually going out there and get top tier talent for the line. And this is what we got. This is what we got. You only got really one probably legitimate piece on that line, and that's probably Darnell Wright that they drafted. Other than that, everybody else is a huge question mark. And I like Tevin Jenkins, but that man can't stay healthy. So what's the point? He's another Cal Long. So it's like you don't have any formidable cornerstone pieces to protect your quarterback, and it definitely showed last game. That showed big time. So what are we doing, Ryan Poles?
Right, Ryan Poles. The no disrespect to Yale, to our viewers. Yale's a great school. If we had children that went off to college, guess where we would want them to go, Jamar? Yale. We want them to go to Yale. No disrespect to the Yale football program.
No. We're disrespecting the Yale.
Most talent that come from the Yale program ain't the top tier talent. No disrespect to Yale in comparison to the SEC or some of these Big Ten schools. But when he drafted him, I know
it's disrespect.
Said, Jamar, we said, ooh, Yale. Okay, that was different. I can guarantee you we did, because I know I did. I'm like, ooh, that was different. He drafted somebody from Yale. He must be really good, this kid. But then, Jamar, you stated he came in saying that, you know, Caleb would
Yep.
That's a lot coming from a Yale program. No disrespect. No, coming from a Yale.
That's what he said. It's on record.
You know, no disrespect to Yale. It's a great school. If I had a PhD, I would want to get my PhD from Yale. Look. Look, if I was educated, I would want to get my information I would want to get my PhD, my doctorate, everything from Yale. No disrespect.
But
go ahead, Jamar. Go ahead.
Look, I'm sure I get that, but that's like, and you know, I wanna, you know, vacation and live on South Beach in Miami, Florida. But if I see a Harold's Chicken there, I might go buy Harold's Chicken from there. I'm not about to do that. That's just like me going and getting football players from Yale. I'm not about to do that.
No.
Right.
I'll enjoy the you know, the aesthetics. That's about it.
Right, but you don't go get Harold's in South Beach because they don't have the same flavor, the same recipe that we got up here.
Correct.
Exactly. All right, can we move on? I'm depressed. I'm pretty sure our viewers are like, all right,
man.
Christmas spirit, and we killed it.
Shout out to Kevin and Victor, by the way. Jonathan. So support this stream, guys. I don't know if you had a chance to look at the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page, but Ian, our brother, he showed off the hoodie. Y'all can see the hoodie fly as hell. You can rock that hoodie with whatever you desire. You know, you can rock, you name it. I changed the view T so that people could see your beautiful face. So that screen, yeah.
I was about to point to it.
I got you, sis. I got you. And so, yeah, exactly. I'll see that link. Take your phone, just use your camera, and it go to the QR code. And from there, you'll be able to support us. And so we got merchandise, we got clothing, and we just want to be able to do what we do. But the truth is that we need your help. And so we would appreciate your help. And so any amount is appreciated. And so we appreciate your support in advance. And if, you know, as we always state, if one of our viewers, if one of our supporters, we will shout you out personally. We will thank you personally. And we love to talk sports with you as well. So Yes, support this stream, and thank you all in advance for supporting the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. And so, let us now progress, Tiana and Jamar, to our NFL reactions and overreactions. And so, first, Jamar, is it an overreaction to think that after the Atlanta Falcons have benched swag surfing quarterback Kirk Cousins for rookie quarterback Michael Penix, that the Atlanta Falcons are willing to do the unthinkable and cut ties with Kirk Cousins potentially come this offseason, especially if they do not make the NFL playoffs?
No, that's not an overreaction at all. Look, we definitely been talking about some Kirk Cousins here for the past probably about 3 to 4 weeks, just based on how bad he's played and how bad that the Falcons have given up that division lead. How do you give up a division lead to a team that you beat twice? You already hold the tiebreaker. You had a 3-game lead, and you don't even.
That's crazy.
You're a game
That's
behind.
crazy, Tiana. Jamar, you could beat me up for cutting you off, bro.
No.
That never happened.
No, it's wild, but and the crazy thing is this comes, all the way back around full circle, because in the draft, the biggest surprise in the first round was, why would the Falcons draft Michael Penix and you just signed Kirk Cousins to the $120 million contract?
Yeah, everybody was saying that.
And you saw the owner was questioning the GM, like, what are we doing here? But,
right, Tiana, maybe you was watching the draft like we was, and we all was.
I watched
and we was all looking like, damn, like the owner look like he don't like that. Watching that live, bro, literally live.
Yeah, no, because I think people thought like, okay, the Falcons was the only team left that could probably draft Roma Dunze, because there's a lot of talk Bears getting Roma Dunze, and like, okay, and they draft Peanut, like, oh, well, okay then, all right, cool. But nevertheless, I mean, Raheem Morris and the GM probably saw something here that a lot of us didn't see, and voila, here we are. So Michael Penix, who probably had the most prep time here to get ready for this, to my understanding, from what I've read and heard, that all the teammates love him. He's been killing it in practice. He's been doing his thing. So hey, giving this man an opportunity. As far as Kirk Cousins, I mean, his agent is the real MVP. I wish everybody should have a person in their life like Kirk Cousins' agent. That man has got that man the most money for a person that probably didn't even deserve it in his whole career. But nevertheless, he's probably going to end up somewhere else. At the end of this year, it is what it is. That's Mr. Empty Calories for you. But heck, he can't even give you calories anymore, so he's just empty. So not overreaction, man.
Tiana, is it an overreaction? Go ahead.
292 million to be exact, Jamar, is how much Kirk Cousins has made through his illustrious career, right? Yeah. Random numbers, I know. I just know random stuff. So Kirk Cousins. So I was watching First Take this week, and it actually is interesting. Asked question. They talked about it, and to be completely honest, I didn't notice. I'm not paying attention to the Falcons.
Hey, real quick,
yeah.
As we talking about this, just got a message on my phone from ESPN saying Falcons expected to cut Kirk Cousins before $10 million roster bonus due March 7th. So there you go.
Come on, look, see, Tiana, I just want to point this out. I feel like people be watching us, Jamar and Tiana. I promise you. we might not have 1,000 viewers, but Jamar and Tiana, y'all know we be pointing stuff out before it happens. I promise you we do. Wow, that's crazy. Go ahead, T. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, so to directly answer your question, it's definitely not an overreaction, as we see. Well, now we know is the truth.
Wow, that gotta be a real.
Right, breaking news. I feel like what they did, it basically, Michael Penix was an insurance policy and it paid out, right? They needed to use the insurance policy. Kirk Cousins, he fellow Michigan State Spartan, right? He actually was in. I was in school while he played, and I mean he did great for us. But he just, I feel like he got in the NFL and he just got his money and just played around. You know, he did what he could, keep getting his money, and kept doing what he can. You know how people get a job and they do what they can and not get
Right, do
fired.
enough. Just do enough.
Woo.
Just do enough to just not get
Right,
fired. And I feel
right,
like
right, right.
what he did this season, because it's another person at a job, right? You get on a job and you do too much early. So now you have these expectations. And he fell back to his true self where they like, hey, wait a minute. You showed us in the beginning that you was gonna take us to the chip, like at least to the playoffs. And now what are you doing? Now you gotta go. Because you sold us that you was this one kind of QB, you know, that could get us to the playoffs, possibly win a game or two, at least win our division. And now when the time matters at the end of the season, you falling off terribly, you got to go, you know? So I think he got comfortable. He started smelling himself. Anyway, I'm talking about Kirk Cousins too long. So no, it's not an overreaction because obviously Penn is going to play. But the second half of that, really quickly, is that I don't think it's going to affect the team. I don't think they're going to win the division. He's a rookie. It'll be a miracle, right? If he comes in with 3 games left and carry this team over the finish line after not starting at all this
Right.
season. You know, it's
That's a spot.
unseen and it's rare. But it's a great starting point to have them a jump start for next season.
Right, 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 right. And so it's very, very interesting, man. We'll see how this thing progress, guys. Um, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I think we all could see this, Tiana Jamar, that the Buccaneers, even though the first game, I feel like Atlanta lucked up. That was a great game by Kirk Cousins. He threw over 500 some yards, and they had to win in overtime to win that game. But it really was a testament to how good Buccaneers are. And like Jamar pointed it out last week that that's going to play in the playoffs. And so because when Mike Evans is on the field, that's a whole different football team. They are explosive as hell. And he's a grown man out there. I know y'all saw what he did last week. And so
2 touchdowns.
yeah. That man can do it all. And so they're a whole different team when he's on the field. And so it's not a foregone conclusion to think that the Buccaneers are the best team in that division. We'll see what happens with the Falcons. But wow, that is crazy that literally as we went live, Jamar got an update about Kirk Cousins. As we say in the church, that is a confirmation. As we say in the church, that's a confirmation. And so we'll see what happens with that situation. On the other hand, I saw that Jake kicked in. Possibly he'll come back in. But secondly, Jamar, and we'll follow with you, Tiana. Is it an overreaction to think that after watching the Chicago Bears get annihilated once again with Thomas Brown as its interim head coach, that it is no longer a foregone conclusion that the Bears have already or should have already made up their mind that they will not retain him as his head coach next season?
I mean, it's not an overreaction because the thing is, it was never a foregone conclusion to begin with. But what I will say is, I don't think it's his fault based on how everything has transpired. And if you have a leaky foundation, how can you build anything on? You can't build anything on an unstable foundation. And that's what the Bears are right now. So, I mean, I personally like the guy because it seems like he does hold people accountable in the short time that we got to know him. It's just the fact that he just happened to inherit a team that seems like they quit on him already before he even really had a chance to do anything. And once again, that goes back to, what Tiana was saying and what everybody else was saying, that Eberflus shouldn't have been in the coach to begin with at the beginning of the year. And all this probably would have been a different story. But nevertheless, the Bears need to go out and do their real due diligence here in the off season and get the right coach for the job. And that means going against the grain than what they're used to doing. That means do not go get a yes man out here. That's just a nice guy, nice personality. You can take home to the to the person that you're dating, parents and stuff, and they're like, no, we need somebody in here that's gonna tell it like it is, and that makes you uncomfortable in the building. So be it. We just need a person that's gonna get the job done. I don't care how he gets it done, just get the job done. You got too much talent on this roster to for us to be where we are right now. This, how embarrassing this is to go from drafting Caleb Williams #1 to hard knocks in the off season to just getting beat down and exposed on Thanksgiving with just negligence and everything else in between. Like, yeah, it's not an overreaction.
And just a quick question, Jamar, Tiana, Jake. Good morning, Jake. Good morning, bro. Is
Yo,
it an overreaction to think that the Bears offensively are more talented? They got more weapons than the Washington Commanders.
They do.
I agree with you, Tiana.
Yeah,
They do.
They do. But we ain't got no line and no coach. And it's just proven how important those factors are. That's why it's a football team, and every aspect of the team affects, everything one way or another,
Right.
Yeah.
So
And last thing I'll say is real quick, just point it out, like CJ Stroud is the second most quarterback sacked, in this season. I mean, they're winning games, but he doesn't have a line. He just happens to have a coach. So we need both.
Wow. And so, Tiana, yeah, is it an overreaction to think that it is already that the Bears is a foregone conclusion that Thomas Brown will not be back as the head coach?
I don't think he should. I won't say it's a foregone conclusion. I just think he just needs to go through the standard hiring process, right? So when they get ready to look for the official coach for next season and they do their hiring process, if he want to throw his hat in the ring, he should go through the steps so they can officially, fairly determine should he be or shouldn't he be. But I personally think we need what's so funny? Sad note. Don't you know, like when you get out of college and, because we got out of college, right? And you go into the job field and the requirements is a college degree with 10 years experience. I feel like
that's crazy.
I feel like am
No.
I lying?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. You're 22 years old, 23 years old, but you need that degree plus 10 years experience to get
that
a job.
pissed me off so bad.
And I feel like that's the kind of coach I want. I want somebody that's fresh.
I love it, Tiana. Hey, that gotta be a real too,
But with 10 years experience.
That's a Jew.
That is the kind of coach we need. We don't need like one of those, because the game is shifting, right? With the way the game is played, and more trick plays and more mobile quarterbacks, and it's just the game is just shifting. So we don't want a lot of these like old, minded coaches to come in, but we also don't need a baby face coach who can't galvanize the locker room, who can't take command and hold people accountable, who will be a yes man to management and all that stuff. So it's like we need somebody new with a lot of experience. Like it's like I don't know how we're gonna figure that out. I have zero hope because of what the Bears been doing so far. But that's, like you said, Brandon, people listening, if anybody can hear us and get it back to Ryan Poles. When you go looking for your new head coach, get somebody fresh out of college with 10 years experience. That's kind of coach though. So
We need a
um,
unicorn.
no, it's not a foregone conclusion.
Wow.
Give me
Teach,
Mike Vrabel.
Wow.
What?
And so, Jake, morning, bro. And
Good
so,
morning.
curious, is it an overreaction to think that after watching the Chicago Bears get annihilated once again with Thomas Brown as his interim head coach, that it is no longer a foregone conclusion that the Bears have already made up their mind that they will not retain him as his head coach next season?
I mean, no disrespect to the man because he was already thrown in a dumpster fire, but we ain't keeping that man. We letting him go ASAP. Is no talking. It's we here to win. We got these pieces. They here for a short time, not a long time. So we just trying to make a good impression for the city. Uh, yeah, but no, he can't and will not be the head coach of the Chicago Bears next year. Uh, to this
Mm.
to this fresh out of college, gotta have 10 years experience is crazy. But
It's real.
no, that's
That's
It's
what the
real.
Bears need, Jake.
but you said no, cause I can't say that because throughout the NFL it has been some good coaches who just came out of nowhere. Like dude for the Packers, when he took over, he made his impression for the Packers like headstrong, and now they
That's an experience. I mean, that's an example of a coach fresh out of college team's experience. Van der Floor, he been in the league playing. I mean, coaching. Wasn't he an assistant coach
Yeah,
somewhere or a
Yeah.
coordinator
He
somewhere
was
for a
yes.
while?
winning.
He was
In San
with the
Francisco or
and the Commanders. He's him, McVay,
man,
Cal
yeah,
Shanahan. They're all from the same tree.
He off that
all
tree,
the
and I
trees.
think
Yep.
maybe that's what we need, somebody off that Cal Shanahan tree,
well since we bringing up
as they like to
since
say.
we bringing up Cal, it hurts for me to say this, but he
Come
already
on,
said he might.
Come on, Jake, because
He
I heard
he
about it.
already said he might lead the 49ers this season.
Yep.
That's one. And then
Mhm.
two, it's a little dark horse out there that said he might want to coach the Bears next season. So
Yeah,
the
I heard
thing
that too.
is, we gotta. It's about money and trade picks. So yeah, money and trade
Right.
picks.
Hey, do what needs to be done to get our
And
coach.
so get, that is where the Bears will have to give up some picks and some money in order to get Cal. But I heard that Cal Shanahan is frustrated with the Niners and that he's looking to part ways. And that he was
Mm-hmm.
roaming to high interest in Chicago. And so you wow, Jake, I'm glad that I heard about that as well. And hell yeah, I mean, of course we would take Cal Shanahan. That man is a winner. And so, and he's been doing great even with, I mean, it's been one of the worst seasons I've seen with the Niners, but they still 6-8. And so shout out to by the way the linebacker who got suspended 3 games. But that whole situation was crazy to see that he put on his team. But
Mm-hmm.
that's ADHD. We talk about the Bears, and so we
Mm-hmm.
talked about that last week. And so, on the other hand, let us now progress, ladies and gentlemen. Next, Jamar, is it an overreaction to think that after a grown man dominating performance from New York Jets wide receiver Devontae Adams this past weekend, that he is actually still a top 5, if not a top 3 wide receiver in the NFL?
Man, even though that man came out and said he'll never suit up for the Bears never suit up for the Bears in his career, and I get it, I respect it coming from that former cheesehead, but no, I don't think it's overreaction. I won't say top 3, but I'll give him top 5. If we talking about from a pure football wide receiver standpoint, that is a top 5 wide receiver. Has been. He just he had the effect of when a wide receiver goes to an organization that doesn't have a quarterback, it kind of diminishes your stats a little bit. It kind of diminishes what you can do on the field. So I remember once upon a time that a lot of people forget that Randy Moss was on the Raiders at one point in time. People thought that man was gone. He was washed. And then all of a sudden Bill Belichick went and got him in New England. And then that's Randy Moss again. So Davante Adams is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't care how you want to slice it. That man is a first ballot Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. I remember
ballot?
First ballot.
Yeah, just from what he did with the Packers alone, I would definitely.
The man had 24 touchdowns and the man had 24 touchdowns in one season.
The top 5 today.
That is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't know about first ballot, but I got you.
Right, I'm with you, Jake. I know he's a Hall of Famer. I feel like he got a few more things to accomplish if he were to get that first ballot.
I'm standing 10 toes down. First ballot. But anyway, like I give him top 5 because us Jamar Chase's got to. Us Jamar's got to stick together. They got the Justin Jeffersons of the world. CeeDee Lambs, Tyreek Hill. After that, I ain't got nobody else above Davante Adams. So that's where I'm at.
Chuck, I just made a list off the top of my head. That's what I'm sitting here doing. I'm like 5. I got 5 people ahead of him. Sorry, is it my turn yet?
Go for it.
Yeah, Tisha, you got 5. You got 5 ahead of the best.
Go for it. Top 5.
Because you always starting stuff early in the morning. First off, I agree with half of what you said. I do respect his career as a whole, and I feel like I would agree. He definitely could be first ballot, right? However,
don't listen to anybody.
Top 5.
I'm ready for this list.
No. Justin Jefferson. Nico Collins. Snap. Ain't here. Come on. Stop.
Man, put Nico in there. I figured y'all put Nico in there.
Continue.
Jamar Chase.
Okay.
CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
And like you said, Tyreek Hill. That's 5 people right there. And that's on top of my head. I don't even know football.
Tyreek Hill been trashed this season. He felt, I don't know, maybe it's
Tyreek Hill,
but I feel like he fell off. He fell off a cliff.
Hey.
Okay, go to Jake, and I'll add some more to the list. Go ahead, I'll be back.
Your list about to be asinine. I see it coming. Anyway,
I'll be back.
To add to your list, you forgot about Mike Evans. But
because that's
Mike
Evans. Mike Evans. That's just Jake, get out of my business, bro. Because that's how I said it. No disrespect to Nico Collins, but Mike Evans is a top 5 wide receiver, y'all.
Look, Jamar. Look.
Hey man. Hey, tell.
The point is
tell Nico and tell Mike to get their hammies together before we even have this discussion. Get their hammies together.
The only reason
if everybody healthy, who top 5?
Mike is in there along with
Mike gotta be in there.
We mentioned CD. We mentioned already the 2 best receivers, Jamar and Justin.
Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson.
We know them 2 dogs, yeah. But Mike Evans got to be in there, y'all. Come on.
Look, the
man
got what 10 plus season over 1,000 yards. He got a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
They both are. They both in the same class.
First, Jake.
They're
that's
both in the same
Mike
draft.
Evans is a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I ain't saying he ain't. I just said Davante Adams is 10 toes.
Let me really do some research. Like that's off the top of my head. I'm named 5 off the top of my head, so I know Davante Adams ain't top 5 now.
We ain't talking about Nico anyway.
I don't know if Nico and Davante is when that dude get going, he would embarrass you, like just make you look like a little.
And the crazy thing, ain't none of them the route runner of Davante Adams, but we ain't about to go there.
No, I can give you that one.
Now he's a king of that. Beautiful routes.
I ain't gonna lie for that one, but come on, man. Like Devontae Cole, but first ballot though, he gotta See, and I ain't saying that the Oakland Raiders diminishes his reputation. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, yeah, he had his years in Green Bay.
Bro,
And
he
that
done
was
had
it.
some. But no,
That
bro,
was
come
it.
on. He done had not just Green Bay, y'all. Y'all sleeping on what he did in Vegas.
Wait, AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, I
Man,
like that.
nah,
But I don't know
no.
if he top 5. But
No.
y'all still sleeping on what.
Wait,
Devontae
I'm not
did in
saying
Vegas.
top 5. I'm saying better
Oh.
than Adams this year. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that these people, come on, stop it. Stop it.
Thank you, Jamar.
it.
Cause hey, whatever you smoking, I want it. Cause you,
Y'all
hey,
tripping.
Right, so T, you say AJ Brown is the top 5 wide receiver this season?
No, I'm laming all the receivers better than Devontae Adams. So just this season.
Whew, man,
To
the
just
wide
prove
receiver
that
debate-
Adams is not top 5.
But
this
y'all, the truth is when we talk about all these wide receivers, who's really correct in this case? Because AJ Brown is a dog, Justin Jefferson is a dog, Jamar Chase is a dog.
Right, you acting like AJ Brown.
Mike Evans is a dog. I mean, it's hard to choose between all these great guys who really fits into the top 5. It's hard.
You acting like I said Jalen Waddle or something.
No, I'm not saying
Like,
that, but I'm saying these are a lot of great wide receivers. And so it's hard to squeeze 5 in there when you got all these great wide receivers. And so who's really right? I don't blame y'all for putting Mike Evans or AJ Brown or anybody. I mean, at least because they all dogs.
Jamar, you walked off like I said Ray McCloud. Like,
if you would have said Ray McCloud, I would have just booted you from the program. You would have got booted.
Right, you walked off like I said Ray McCloud. Like, come on.
Like she done said Nate Burleson or something. Like,
right, come on.
all right, y'all. But look, y'all, let's not get ADHD here. We gotta continue. All right, we gotta continue. All right. And so, Jake, you up, bro? Is it an overreaction to think that after a grown man dominating performance, that Devontae Adams is still a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL?
I don't think I mean, it's Devontae Adams. You gotta respect his name off back, but he didn't have a top 5 performance all year except that one game. So
no.
Right.
No.
Right. Yeah, and that's facts. That's facts.
Like,
it was just like. Go ahead, Jake. Go ahead.
I thought when he came to the Jets, they was gonna take off, but they stayed landed. You know, what I'm saying, grounded at the airport. But yeah, he had one great game. That's about it for sure. That's it.
Overreaction.
We're not gonna sit up here and talk about how dysfunctional the New York Jets are, starting with the owner. We ain't gonna sit up here and mention all that, right?
That's not the point. The point is that he got one of the best quarterbacks, one of the top quarterbacks ever throwing to him. No. I'm talking about he got one of the best quarterbacks throwing to him.
That wash man.
Wait, no. We're gonna get into that reaction later.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't
do that.
Don't be defending your favorite quarterback.
Run no more. Aaron can't even run no more.
Don't do that.
He can't even run no more out there. That man look like he's about ready to retire.
He needs to retire, but he still has the brain and the arm. And if he, like Devontae, run his routes, he get where he needs to be, he put the ball where it needs to be, he catch it. But at the end of the day, that ain't what's been happening. Like Jake said, it's in one good game.
Oh.
So to answer your question, Brandon, overreaction.
Oh. All right.
Keep it moving.
All right.
And
Let's keep it moving, y'all.
Going back to y'all Kirk Cousins, the Falcons just cut him.
What? They cut him?
Yeah.
So wait, this is even more news because Jamar, you just stated that they were likely to cut him after the season.
Expected to cut him.
Yeah, they're gonna cut him.
They
They're
expected
gonna cut him.
Yeah, they finna.
right, because Jake, going back to that, bro, the question was written about literally was the Falcons going to cut? Let me read the question for you, bro. And so the question was, no, it's crazy because I feel like ESPN be watching us in some of these networks, and they got a secret person that be watching us, and we can't see it on our algorithm. I promise you. The question was, first gentleman, is it an overreaction to think that after the Atlanta Falcons have benched swag surfing quarterback Kirk Cousins for rookie quarterback Michael Penix, that the Atlanta Falcons are willing to do the unthinkable and cut ties with Kirk Cousins potentially come this offseason? And literally, as the question was being asked, if literally as we were answering the question, bro. And so this happens all the time with an early morning sports talk podcast. We point out stuff before it happens. We see it before it happens. And all of a sudden, boom, this is just prime evidence. We've been doing this for years, nothing new. That's crazy, but it makes sense. It makes total sense. I mean, you know, if this kid been killing it in practice, you draft him as an insurance policy, like stated. Jamar stated he been killing it in practice. Do what you got to do.
He should have been a
He
should have been a QB, man.
right, and you even pointed that out too, Jake. You pointed that out like 2 weeks ago that the Falcons should have been starting Michael Penix. Wow,
You pointed that out preseason. I say that he pointed that out first week.
Okay,
They should have been.
He said free Michael Penix.
Free Michael
voila.
Penix.
Right, and so you see how it comes full circle, man. It's amazing. And so, with that being said, y'all, let us now move on to our fourth overreaction. Is it an overreaction to think that if Eagles running back Saquon Barkley still has a chance to actually break the NFL's all-time rushing record for one season? Is it an overreaction with 3 games left? Currently, he needs 418 rushing yards in order to do so. Jamar, is it an overreaction to think that he has a chance, or is it for conclusion that it's too late?
I would say it's not an overreaction. I mean, we've seen the man go over 200 yards in the game this year already. The Eagles still have something to play for. I mean, they still trying to get that number one seed. I mean, it's right there for the grabs. So they have 3 meaningful games left. And the last time I checked, Saquon Barkley had almost 200 yards against the Commanders the last time they played, and they play on this Sunday. So, yeah, it's not an overreaction one bit. I mean, and just based on his talent alone, I mean, why not?
Tiana.
It's not overreaction. I think he'll get it. I think him in the locker room knows about the record that he's close to breaking, and so I personally think that they're gonna try to get him, you know, as close to it as possible, if not to break it. So they're gonna feed him the ball a lot, and it's not like it's gonna be a bad thing because, as we see, it the whole thing works. So yeah, it's not an overreaction. That's only that's like, would you say he need 418 over 3 games? That's less than 150 a game. You know, that's light work.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay, yeah, and
who they playing? Who they last 3 opponents?
I know
Commanders. I think the Cowboys are in there, and
That's he can get the whole 418 on the Cowboys.
no, this is facts though, Tiana. We man, plus that run defense for the Cowboys is awful. Everybody be running the ball on them.
Easy.
So
2 running back TDs, easy. Whoever
Commanders, Cowboys, Giants. There you go.
Easy. Oh yeah, he got it. He might run for 600 the rest of the season, 200 each. Oh, he got it. He got it. I bet money on that.
Cowboys and the Giants, especially against the Cowboys.
Yeah, Philly finna run the table,
man. Especially against them damn Cowboys. They can't stop nobody from running the damn ball. Jake, your thoughts, bro?
I think it's a toss-up. That's just to me. But I wouldn't be worried about him breaking the record. they should be worried about winning the games because Detroit is. They look like the Toon Squad in the first Space Jam. They all banged up, but and especially on defense. So I'm just being honest. First Space Jam, not
Toon
the
Squad
LeBron
from
one,
Space Jam.
They was all
the
like
original Space
bandaged up
Jam.
though.
All right,
Space Jam, they all got banged up.
all banged up.
Oh man, you're bringing up that movie.
But yeah, it's a 2-man race. I mean, Derrick Henry got a chance and Saquon. But I mean, like I said, they really focus on winning the game, not the record. Because if Detroit lose one game and they win out, they get the #1 seed. But if Detroit win at least one or both 2 games out of these last 3, Detroit has the #1 seed. So it's really about winning. It's not about his record. They more about winning, getting that #1 seed than Saquon breaking the record. So that's how I look at it.
Right. And so, yeah, very interesting. And so, let us now progress to our next overreaction. Is it an overreaction to think, y'all? Yes, Detroit is 12-2. They're first place in the NFC, but they're first place in the NFC, but they're tied. Okay, they're tied with the Minnesota Vikings. Okay, if the Bears make a field goal, something like that, who knows? Detroit could be, 10-3 or something, or 11-3 or something. Who knows? A lot of these games have been close with Detroit. Is it a no reaction, y'all, to actually think that the Detroit Lions cannot end up as the #1 or #2 seed in the AFC playoffs, but as a wild card if this team's defensive performance does not improve before January hits, because they give up a lot of points, a lot.
I'm a channel my inner Ian right now. No, it's not overreaction. I mean, Jake mentioned, like a lot of people are, the Toon Squad with the injuries. I mean, it's real though. I think they got 22 people on IR and 18 of them on the defense or something like that. Something crazy. I mean, the Vikings got as many losses as they do. The Eagles got as many losses as they do. I know we just mentioned that, the Eagles have a chance to get #1 seed. I mean, the fraud team in the Minnesota Vikings, I still believe they're a fraud, but nevertheless, they have a chance for the 1 seed. Like it's astonishing. And I feel for Detroit. Like part of my heart wants them to get the 1 seed and go to the Super Bowl. I've never seen it before. I want to see it. I want to see it. I do.
Absolutely. 1,000%.
And so, yeah, it's
We not talking to you.
But unfortunately, it's not a reaction. I mean, they got to play the Vikings. The winner of that game really going to determine a lot of things.
Exactly.
I mean, even though they play us tomorrow, but I mean, historically speaking, they don't play well in Chicago. Who knows on that one, right? So it's definitely not a foregone conclusion that they just end up with the 1 seed or them being the 5th seed in the playoffs, playing against either the Bucks or the winner of the NFC West at this point. Who knows? But yeah, it's not over.
Right. And no disrespect to Detroit, but I don't know, Tiana, if they make it to the Super Bowl as a wild card. I don't know if they do. They need that. They are the one team, Jamar, that needs to be in that dome. They're the one team that needs to be in that dome. That's why the question was asked. Tiana, thoughts?
This breaks my heart to watch them. Like, well, first off, Jake, you want to fight or what? We'll tussle after. I'll talk to you. Right.
Ain't nobody talking about you.
Okay,
cross the expressway team in the Detroit Lions, bro. Be cool, man. Be cool, man.
But it's like it's like they like basically what they team is doing is what I talked about. I want to say the last time I was on the show which we keep seeing because I know another person did it. The guy on the Colts did it. He got to the goal line and dropped the football, right? And so it's like yeah, it's like the Lions. They get into the end zone. They almost at the end zone, and they dropping the ball at the 1 yard line. Not by their own doing. Of course, it's injury riddled, but it's all the same result, right? So I say that to say they do need that number one seed, like you said. They absolutely need to be at home field. I do think they may hold on simply with the strength of their coaching, the strength of their offense, right? Because right now, what they turned into, like the end of the season, they was routing people, right? They scored all these points and stopping people from scoring the points at the same time. But now the team that they turned into is like the Bengals, right? They have to outshoot you. They have to outscore you in order
Right.
to win, right? They defense don't really do much, so they have to just keep trying to keep up with you with getting points, getting scores. So we'll see how long that lasts, especially with Montgomery out. That really hurts them as
Mm-hmm.
well. Um so it's looking grim for me personally. I mean, I know they'll at least make the wild card, which would be a waste because Vikings not gonna do it. I'm with Jamal on that. Empty calories. Vikings get the number one seed and lose the first round. What a waste of a number one seed. I mean, of a number one spot in the division. But yeah, that's why I'm at with
Right,
that.
right,
We
right.
know you just became a fan a couple years ago. It's okay. I'm listening. Go ahead, Brandon.
First off, I went to Michigan State.
A couple.
I was there. I was in Michigan. I'm old. I was Michigan State over 15 years ago. Okay. So I've been in Michigan for a long time, paying attention to the
You still got
Lions,
friends up
right?
there, Tiana?
I do. And I go to Michigan
You
often,
wasn't there
every
when they
year.
was on 18. Leave me alone.
I was there when they was 0-16,
You
sir.
was
I
you they
was
fan
there.
though? All
No,
right then.
but I watched
Let's
it.
hit. Let.
I watched it. I watched it. And I was happy that that happened. But then it was sad. It was sad. It was sad at the same time.
Mm.
I don't know. They just got a soft spot on me.
Oh, that.
I got a soft spot.
Yeah. She done seen that team go from where they've been to where now. It's a very
You
interesting
know what's
story. But Jay,
so one more thing. You know what's so crazy? Being from Michigan, having so many friends from Michigan, like down my timeline during Sundays is insane. To see like the true Lion fans like during this season, and then at the same time to see Bears fans during this season is insane. Like
right?
timeline is so interesting during
Wow.
Sundays. But
Yeah,
anyway,
they sound
but
happy in
yeah.
Detroit. Um,
Oh
right,
yeah.
right, right. But Jake, bro, as example, tomorrow's a big game for the Lions. It might be the biggest game of the season, bro. Now I know they're going up against the Bears, but how would they look if they lose tomorrow in the freezing cold in Chicago? Then they 12-3 as example, and then they mess around, be the wild card. So is it a no reaction, bro, to think that the Detroit Lions could actually end up as a wild card? You just talked about their defensive performance. If it does not improve or they try to find some type of a rhythm before January in the playoffs hit.
And I'm gonna be. I ain't like Jamar and the other Lions fan over here, but if they don't get the number one seed, I feel like they'll run the table as a wild card. They don't need the number one seed to go to the Super Bowl. They do better on the road than they do at home. Let's
Okay.
let's let's make it honest. Like if they get the wild card, you facing some former routines, but they low like they you know what I'm saying, they low. They like the Bucks or Washington. They could run through them, they could outscore them. See, and they don't have to put up on like a super defensive thing. All they need is those two games. They could be right back in the NFC Championship. So them being a wild card is not going to stop them and stop them from being in the Super Bowl or anything like that, I feel like they got a better chance as a wild card than as a number one seed. Because if they only thing they got as a number one seed is a bye week. And I feel like
Right.
that'll take away their momentum. That's it. But if they come as a wild card, that train still rolling. They offense ain't gonna miss a beat. And now it's like, all right, cool. And they don't have to now. They don't have to now. They don't have a big old target on their back. They can just breeze through. So when they make it to the NFC Championship, they gonna play either whoever they play. That's how I feel. Like, so if they was the wild card, it'll be a better road for
You
them.
feel like you feel like they still good enough. You feel like they
Yeah.
still good enough to make it to the Super Bowl. It don't matter. That's how good they are. Okay.
Yeah, they don't need it because the first team they'll play is like Washington.
No, they'll
Bucks.
play probably the either the Bucks or the Falcons or the winner of the NFC South and the winner of the NFC West, one of the two.
Right.
And both of those teams are 8-6, 7-7. Like.
Right, and they can't stop their offense at all. So that's an automatic win. Then after that, they gonna play somebody else who they already beat. It's like they already know what's going on. And then after that, they still have home field advantage after that first game.
Right.
So it's not like they can't do it. They don't actually need the number one seed. They can still make their rounds, but
right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, cool. Yep. And so lastly, Jamar, Jake, Tiana, is it an overreaction to think that after the commentary from New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers this week about analysts on TV whom nobody remembers what they did in their NFL careers implies he was talking about Ryan Clark of ESPN? And if so, instead of talking on TV and trading jabs on TV, that they should stop trading jabs on TV and trade jabs live in Las Vegas at a Jake Paul, Logan Paul boxing event.
Hey, man, I want to see it because look, but I know one thing. I mean, Aaron Rodgers wouldn't want those problems. He wouldn't. That'd be quick. That's just like Clarissa Shields and Remy Ma. That'd be pretty quick too in the boxing ring. So
super fast.
Yeah, that first round type deal. But I do love Ryan Clark's last response about it. That was amazing.
Didn't he?
That was amazing. And he kept it professional too, but it was like you could read in between the lines how many jabs and gut shots was thrown in that one. That was amazing.
Right. Yeah, T, really quickly, what's your thoughts on that situation?
First off, it wasn't no reading in between the lines. He called him a fraud. Right. He was very direct and very vocal for a minute about how much he does not like Aaron Rodgers as a person. So as we call on that, however, overreaction. It ain't gonna happen. Aaron Rodgers, he don't want that smoke. He ain't crazy. And to be honest, we know he's a very zen, holistic person. As far as, he go to like, in the off season, he do like a lot of, not yoga, but like, them like them zen type activities. He's not a physical fighting person. So as exciting as that would be, it's not
right. And Jake, what's your reaction, bro?
I don't want to see nobody die on live TV. What Ryan Clark did was very, very professional. But hey, I mean,
he kept it professional. That's true.
I understand why he called him a fraud for sure. Because Aaron Rodgers show up in the regular season, but when he comes to the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers is nowhere to be found at all.
But also, Jake, really, Aaron Rodgers in his personal life. I mean, think about all the stuff,
I
off the field too. All the stuff he said.
I mean, we already knew he was a diva. Half of these NFL players are divas. I mean,
Mhm.
we see it. We see it every day in most professional sports, except hockey. Like it's a lot of divas. The NBA full of divas. I'm talking about super divas. But yeah, like Aaron Rodgers. Listen, I don't care if that man could throw the ball from the back of the end zone out the stadium. Being a diva on the football team is not cool, bro. Like it really diminishes the team, especially if you're the quarterback. Like, come on, man.
Right.
But
Right.
man, look, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, and if they ever went into a ring, man, we already seen how hard Ryan Clark can hit on the football field. Just imagine what he could do with them hands, on bro.
Man. And so, yes, man, that's crazy. And so that includes our NFL reactions and overreactions. And so let us now move on to our very quick take, y'all. Very quick take to the college football playoffs. So, quick take. Follow up with you, Tiana. Jake, was the Milwaukee Bucks NBA Cup championship run, NBA Cup, y'all, not NBA championship, NBA Cup championship run, a warning to the rest of the NBA, including the Boston Celtics? Was it a warning?
I mean, it can be. I think I said this last week. Ever since Giannis cussed the team out and stuff, and Doc Rivers and them, it look like they got their act together. This is the team that, I mean, they're playing like the team that we thought they should be playing like once they acquired Damian Lillard. Like, I guess it takes time, but if they can continue to play like this, then yeah, I don't think anybody want to play them in a 7-game series. It'd be a tough out for sure.
T?
Yes, it is a warning. As we all know, they had a very slow start. They got their act together and they playing like they should. Giannis 8 feet 12 jump. He been doing that.
8 feet 12 is wild.
So yes, to keep it short and simple.
Okay. Yeah, Jake.
Is it a scare for the NBA and a scare to the Boston Celtics? I mean, it should be after Boston just lost to my Bulls, but
Shout out to
I
you, man.
think
You
it's
Joker, by the way.
I think it's just a start for them. You know what I'm saying? They starting on they getting they team chemistry together. So I really thought you was about to say is the NBA Cup. I hate the NBA Cup and it's retarded. But
Why?
it's slow. Just like how they just changed the rules for the All-Star game, retarded. But
No, that's crazy. The rules for the All-Star game. That makes sense.
but Milwaukee
But anyway.
on the climb. I feel like it's to let them know, like, listen, we coming, and Giannis want to win another ring, because if they don't win, I think he's leaving. He's going to leave Milwaukee. That's just to
Right.
me.
Right. And so, yeah, y'all, we're gonna see what happens. Congrats to the Bucks, y'all. They NBA Cup champions. Got them a nice Christmas gift. You know what I'm saying? A little bonus. You know what I'm saying? $500K. It ain't bad, y'all. And so, they, shout out to the NBA, in my opinion, Jake, for giving the players something to play for and giving them a motivation to play
Yeah, I
for,
like the cup.
because it's competitive and they're going hard. This playoff basketball, but it ain't the playoffs yet. And so I like it. I love the courts, how beautiful they are. Fans showing up, nationally televised games on national networks. I like it. And so it's a great revenue source business wise, and it's giving the players something to play for. So keep it up. And so next, is it an overreaction though? This is NBA overreactions, y'all. To think that the Philadelphia 76ers will not turn things around this season and will be the NBA's completely biggest disappointment. Now, the Sixers did win last night, y'all. Joel Embiid scored 34, okay, but they beat the Hornets. Joel Embiid, when I mean, but I think we heard that. So, is it a no reaction, though, to think that the Sixers will not turn things around this season and will be the biggest disappointment?
No, not at all. Like, look, it's I laugh because this is like a complete 180. Like when we saw them play last year in the playoffs, we was celebrating the fact that Joel Embiid, with all these injuries, going out there and still lighting up and still giving the Sixers a chance here to get out the first round to upset who they played, the Boston Celtics, whoever they played in the first round. The Knicks. So we were saying all of that, and then they acquired Paul George, out of all people, in the offseason. It's not like they didn't have an offseason where they did anything. They went out and spent money on Paul George because they had the money and the cap space to do so. So there's no way you can hide from or run from or not take any accountability for how bad this season could be if they don't turn around. You have too many pieces, too many talented players not to, and it all starts and ends with Joel Embiid. So it's like they what, if I'm not mistaken, 12th in the East right now. Like making the play-in is not enough. Making the first round is not enough. I mean, honestly, his tenure, he's never been to Eastern Conference Finals, so you got to at least get there. I don't care how you do it. You got to get there. Otherwise, yes, we gonna be talking too much.
I mean, right, Jamar. But if they don't make the playoffs, bro, that's like even worse. They at least got to
absolutely. Like there's levels to the disappointment here. Level. Yeah, you don't make the playoffs. Right. Like you don't. Anybody on that team outside Tyrese Maxey don't need to be talked about any particular conversation ever again in life. I don't want to hear anything about Joel Embiid's legacy. I darn sure don't hear anything about Paul George's legacy. Like all of them can go kick rocks.
Hey! Don't go PG.
Yeah, I agree with Jamar to Paul George. You need to let it go.
Yeah, I mean he's associated with the disappointment in the Clippers. Like no, he needs to be held accountable too. You signed all this money to be a difference maker. You can't even make the playoffs right now.
Wait, he a difference maker with no difference,
exactly.
Huh?
I'm done.
No, not PG-13.
Yeah, but T is there no reaction to think that the Sixers won't turn it around?
They ain't turning nothing around. Ain't nobody. I said this in Tiana's timeout. Why are we talking about Joel Embiid? Waste. I didn't even know he was gonna play yesterday. Was he a last minute in? You know how they do last minute scratches? What is he, a last minute like? You in or not? Like it's like double dutch. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like get in the rope. Like I'm sick of him. I'm sick of it. And then he want to put up 30 something against the Hornets. Stop it. Like they had both their top players out, and LaMelo and Brandon Miller.
Right, and so
like stop it. So anyway, they suck. But side note, biggest disappointment so far, surprisingly, may not be the Sixers. I have another team that may be a big disappointment so far.
The Lakers.
Came on the Lakers. Lakers has nobody but AD. It's AD, LeBron, and others. Okay,
others.
Really nobody on that team.
Others.
Really nobody on that team. No, actually, good guess though. Phoenix being 14-12 right now. There's no way they should be like almost 500 right now. And I know KD was hurt for a little bit. Yada yada yada.
They had a great start. They were the 7-0 at first, T.
Exactly. We're going to be 14-12. And actually, bigger than them, I would say my biggest disappointment so far with a quarter of the season or a third of the season done, I would say Sacramento. Sacramento right now is 13-15.
Right.
They're 2 games below 500. And that is unacceptable.
They're the biggest disappointment more than the New Orleans Pelicans, who are 5-23.
Man.
With all that talent.
The Pelicans,
Zion always
Zion's always out, but they was in the playoffs last year. I ain't trying to hear that.
But the
and
biggest
you added DeJounte Murray.
I would say you.
Yeah, but you added DeJounte Murray.
Yeah,
right.
I will say you get disappointment with expectations. I had no expectations with the Pelicans, so I'm not disappointed. So
they're the second worst team.
But I definitely had expectations.
No, I'm saying they're the second worst team in basketball. It's wild.
They are, but like I said, I didn't expect them to be not bad. You know what I'm saying? I expected that. It's Sacramento that with De'Aaron Fox and DeMar DeRozan and Sabonis. I didn't expect them to be under 500 this far into the season.
Don't let Ian hear you talking about DeMar DeRozan like this. He'll come get you.
I love DeMar DeRozan. He was my favorite Bulls. I love him. I even liked him in Toronto. But yeah, I'm disappointed right now. And I mean, they obviously got a lot of time to turn around, but it's tough with the West. You know, it's tough.
They ain't got
I would say that's definitely that's what I'm saying. It's tough with the West. But that's definitely, I think I'm more disappointed in them than the Sixers because I have no trust in Embiid. So yeah, they definitely should be have more wins right now especially in the East. But I mean, you know,
right. Embiid is a diva, big time. Jake, just really quickly, bro. Will the Sixers? Is it an overreaction to think that they won't turn it around this season? The Sixers 9-16, 12th in the East.
It's an overreaction. When you got a team full of people who don't want to play, it's an overreaction.
On that note, Jake, you broke it down, bro. Let us now move on to the NCAA college football playoff. And so last we seen Notre Dame, Indiana. Indiana put up a late surge, but throughout the game, Jamar, you being in Indiana, you know this was a big game in Indiana, right? And Notre Dame just stuffed the ball down Indiana's throat. It really showed Indiana that big programs have not grit, but enough fat, enough strength, enough muscle to kind of push smaller programs around. Indiana's a Big Ten program, but we all know that Indiana has been at the bottom of the Big Ten. And it showed yesterday. And so easy on them, just stuff the ball if they throw. You know, Indiana tried to put up a fight in the last few minutes, but it was way too late. Their game was nowhere near the score 27-17. That was a domination by Notre Dame. So now Notre Dame, y'all, they will face Georgia next weekend, y'all, in the quarterfinal matchup. But meanwhile, we got picks to make. So this is who you got. And so Jamar, we follow over to Tiana, Dan, Jake. So Jamar, Southern Methodist, SMU, them boys from Houston. They put up a nice fight against Clemson, 31-34, and they lost in a disappointment in the ACC championship. They go to Penn State today, bro. This is the first game on the slate this afternoon.
We definitely going Penn State here. Definitely going Penn State. But I will say shout out to SMU for keeping Alabama out the playoffs. I'm so happy about that. But yeah, no, Penn State should smack them.
Okay, Tiana.
Same. That was my pick immediately when you said the matchup.
Okay, and Jake.
SMU.
Okay.
Gotta be different.
SMU not a bad team. What are you talking about?
They can put up some points with the and so
You
it's
still
gonna
want
be
to fight,
very,
huh?
Man,
Y'all
you
can't
know
be
how I live
choosing
at.
violence this early.
I was just gonna say, I know you live.
very
Don't worry about it.
yeah.
All right.
And
Go ahead.
so SMU they put up a lot of points. Penn State program, so I can see y'all point on why y'all pick Penn State. But I think that's gonna be a good game, State. But Jake, I see your point, man. I think it's gonna be some scares in that game because Penn State, you know, a good record. Seen them really have much success when it comes to bowls and playoffs. They never show up. At 5, Texas. Who you got, Jamar? Clemson at Texas. By the way, is a quarterback for the for the Longhorns?
Viewers.
Okay, it's him.
I think
Okay, and he was terrible in the SEC championship.
Yeah, I know. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm taking the orange team. My bad. I'm taking Texas.
I'm like, they both
Right.
orange.
Can't go wrong with that one. Nah. Hook 'em. I'm taking Texas.
Okay, because your rumors between Archie Manning and Day, and so okay, it's gonna be yours. All right, Tiana, who you got? Clemson or Texas?
Let's go Texas.
Okay.
I think it'll be, for some reason, Vegas got a big lead for
As they
Texas,
should.
but I don't think I don't know. I feel like it'll be closer than what people
Close.
think.
Okay.
What?
I said closer. I said closer.
What's the spread on it right now?
Closer.
So
13
you
and a
think it's gonna
half.
be 10.5? Like they're gonna lose by 10?
7 or 6.
13 and a half is a big spread. That's a big spread. And y'all know, we know
That's what
why,
I
though,
see. I'm
y'all.
like, come
We
on.
know why,
Man.
because Texas, they're in the SEC, Jake. You know, they just took Georgia down to the last second. You know, every game they have is close. They're in the SEC. No disrespect to the ACC, but I can see why it's a 13 and a half point spread between the ACC and SEC. But, Jake, who you got, Clemson or Texas?
Hook 'em horns.
I'm with you. I got Texas, too. Clemson pull this off. This is going to be a big upset.
Man,
for sure.
Clemson barely got in. Like, what? They needed help.
Correct.
They
Dude, they ain't been the same since Trevor.
Right.
They not winning nothing.
Yeah, they definitely luckily got in because SMU should have beat them. And the bad thing about it is SMU was down 14-0, and then at the beginning of the game, they were down 7-0. The quarterback threw one of the dumbest interceptions, y'all. It was a mistake prone. If he wouldn't have threw that interception, who knows, Tiana? It could have been a different result in that game. 9 Tennessee, y'all, at 8 Ohio State. Now that's going to be a good one. Who you got for that one, Jamar?
I'm torn because my initial reaction is say Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
But
Have y'all seen the quarterback for Tennessee?
yeah, you know what? I'm
Y'all
a
seen the wide
volunteer.
receiver for Tennessee?
The wide receiver he's legit. I'm gonna voluntarily say the
First-round pick.
Volunteers of Tennessee. Give me Tennessee.
He said, I'm going to voluntarily say Volunteers.
Okay. Yes. I like that, Jamar. Tiana, who you got? Tennessee, Ohio State?
I'm gonna ride with the Big Ten.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. Big Ten country. Yeah, Big Ten country.
Okay.
I have to go with
All
Ohio
right.
State.
Yeah, and Jake.
I have to go with Ohio State.
I'm from the Big Ten, but I never fuck with the Big Ten. Go Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah, y'all. And I'm gonna go with Ohio State. But that's a tough one. Because you talking about an SEC team, y'all, going to a Big Ten, not just Indiana, but they going to Ohio State. So Ohio State's at home here. But Tennessee used to play in Alabama. They used to play in Texas. They used to play That's going to be a game, dog.
It's like if Ryan Day was better than at his job, it wouldn't be this hard of a choice. But I don't know. I don't trust him.
Yeah, Ryan Day, y'all. This is a good point, Jamar. He could be out of here. He could
That's
be
what
out
I'm
of
hearing.
here, y'all.
If they lose, that might be a
Because
wrap.
they lost to Michigan, and that really pissed their program off. Because they lost to Michigan.
Because they had no business losing to Michigan this year at all.
Right.
None.
They wouldn't even be in this situation, like you said, Jamar, if they didn't lose to Michigan. They'd be somewhere at a bye. They would have had a bye. Wow. And so very, very interesting game for a variety of reasons. And so let us now, y'all, head into our NFL Week 16 schedule. Make our NFL picks for this week. So let us begin with today's game. We got a lot of important games going on. The Texans, y'all, at the Chiefs. Jamar, this is a big game for both teams. Chiefs could wrap up home field. They likely already got it. Texas already got the AFC South, but they want to fight for seeding. Who you got for this one, bro?
All right, just so you know, Chiefs are favorite 3.5 at home, 42.5 over under. Hollywood Brown, he's gonna play today. That changes a lot of things for that offense. Yeah, I'm definitely taking the Chiefs.
Okay. Yep. Tiana.
Chiefs. I mean, you don't go against Patty Mahomes. He like got a leprechaun's wishbone in his ass or something. Like I don't know how he's able to.
He got the NFL refs in his back pocket. We know.
And right, that brings you right to Jake. And so, Jake, who you got, the Chiefs or the Texans?
Man, I'm gonna say the Texans, man. But the NFL got the Chiefs, and they want the Chiefs to win. So,
right, come down to the fourth
I hate
quarter.
saying it, but
Packers
it's
are home.
always the.
Right, come down to the fourth quarter.
sick of
Packers
the
go home
NFL.
running 3 circles and then make it out.
It's
Like,
not even
damn,
the 3
how
circles.
Patrick make it out of that?
It's the same offensive tackle who always offsides. It's these bogus ass pass interference calls, and the refs be looking at them like right there. Man, listen, I just watched a video the other day where, and it's in the rule book, it's in the league rule book that the only person that could call a timeout is the head coach. Why was the other game who they was playing, the Bengals, right? I don't know when the game was, but the Chiefs was playing the Bengals, and coordinator ran down the sideline so the Chiefs would get a timeout, and they honor that. And then they showed another game where a coach was trying to make a timeout, and they gave him a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. But you let a non-head coach make a timeout, and he's not the coach?
Do you think it was because Andy Reid probably a little chunky and he couldn't make it that fast?
Man, I'm not trying to hear none of that bullshit. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit, man. We know. I swear to God, look, it's already been noticed. The Kansas City Chiefs been cheating the whole season. They not even supposed to have number one anything.
No, but seriously, think about it, y'all. Can Andy Reid, Jamar, think about it, Tiana. Can Andy Reid at 70 years old, chunky at that, make it to the referee? Probably that. No, he can't. So possibly he's coordinated on his behalf, right?
Man, those are excuses, Brandon. Excuses, man. Excuses, bro.
And so you got the final seconds move off the bam, and so they probably gave it to the coordinator for that moment. That's probably what happened. And so you got? You got the Texans, right?
Yeah, because I can't stand Kansas and them cheating ass bastards. Well, I'm listening.
Right, and so I'm with y'all though. I got the Chiefs. So Texas, y'all got the Chiefs, and so T. This is AFC North. Steelers at the Ravens. The Ravens right now still actually division. George Pickens is out, and they look different with who you got
Yeah,
for this?
tough one. This is a tough one. This is this is really a tough one because the Ravens, for some reason, when they play their division,
Especially
they just when they play division games, they just I don't know. They lose their juju. I don't
right.
know. And so it's basically offense versus defense, right? Ravens got a lot of offense, but Steelers are really good on defense. So, you know, I will probably I don't know.
You struggling, bro.
I will say this. I'm not putting no money on
You
this game.
struggling.
On the winner. It'll be I think it'll be a decent amount of offense in this game. But then on the other hand, it could be a defensive stronghold. Like it could be 1 or 2 TDs the whole game. This could literally go either way.
Do you need more time?
I don't know. Come back to me. Yeah, come
All
back
right,
to
yeah,
me.
let's
I
hear
don't know.
what Jamar got to say. So Jamar, bro, Pickens is out. Jackson, he trying to still make that case for most valuable player. The Ravens, they still in this division too, bro. Steelers just lost last week. Who you got for this one?
All right, and just so y'all know, Ravens is favored by 6.5, 44.5 over under. I do think it's gonna be some points scored in this. I'm gonna go with that narrative. George Pickens being out, that hurts a lot. That hurts a lot. That means somebody else on the Steelers in their wide receiver room got to step up, and I've yet to really see that. So even though the Ravens secondary is trash, I'm gonna go Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, like I know Josh Allen at this moment is probably the favorite for MVP, but Lamar Jackson is playing on another level, and it's insane. We don't talk about it enough. I know we talk about it, but we don't talk about it enough. I think he only has 3 picks on the year.
Mm-hmm.
And, this is coming from a guy who when he came in the league, they pretty much called him a running back. So that whole narrative of he can't throw the ball, like if anybody's still saying that, they need to like go jump off a cliff somewhere. But I got Baltimore winning this game.
Okay. Yeah. Jake. Can Jake hear us?
No, I can hear you. I'm over here thinking. It's at the Ravens. It's in Baltimore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers, man. I just feel like the Ravens gonna come in as a wild card. They ain't got no choice. If they don't get if they already know, everybody know their identity. They need some more playmakers to me, but yeah, I'm going Steelers, man. They defense. TJ Watt playing. Yeah, I'm going with Steelers.
So Jamar, is TJ Watt playing? Because I know he got hurt last week.
Who?
You said who?
Is TJ Watt playing? Because I know he got hurt last week during the Eagles game. I know he got hurt in the fourth quarter, but okay, he playing. Okay, good. So Tiana, have you made up your mind, sis? We got 2 for the Ravens here.
No, he got the Steelers.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Ravens.
No, I think Jake got the Steelers.
No. I'm gonna go Ravens.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to make sure that they utilize Henry. I don't know why they be hot and cold and basically inconsistent with his utilization, but they utilize him like they should. They should be okay.
Right. Okay. Yep. All right. I'm with y'all though. I got the Ravens. Tomorrow's games, the Cardinals at the Panthers. Jamar, who you got for this one?
All right, just so y'all know, Cardinals are favored by 5 on the road, 47.5 over under. Cardinals got something to play for.
Right.
I
Panthers know how to lose games, give away games.
it's like I know the Panthers been playing better, but I'm gonna go with Ian's boy Kyler and take the Cardinals.
Yeah. Tiana?
Cardinals. I will never pick the Panthers. I don't care what they do.
Yeah, Jake.
I want to say the Panthers, but see, they might as well just lose the rest of the season so they can get a good pick. So I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Yep. Jamar, pull out that button, man, because this is a Cancun, dog.
Man, I mean, I'm gonna hit the button, but we do have the original person here. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, he gonna say Panthers. Oh, that is me.
Tiana.
Kick her off. Kick her off. Kick her off right now.
No, you know what I was thinking? You know what I thought you was going, Jamar? Because Ian's not here and we knew he was gonna pick the Panthers.
No, he was gonna pick Kyler.
Ian would have been
Kick her.
flabbergasted right
Hey,
now. He would have
kick her off. She don't even know her own voice. Kick her off.
It's too early in the morning for her.
Oh man.
So, right. So we got it, y'all. Cancun, we got it. And so, all right, we all got the Cardinals, y'all. What about the Titans and the Colts? Will Levis has been benched. So who's going for the
Ew. Just ew.
Right.
All right, just so y'all know, Colts are favored at home 3.5, 42.5 over under. Colts still have a long shot to make the playoffs. I don't even want to pick this game. Give me the Colts. Ew. I don't have the warm and fuzzies.
Right. And what about you, T?
Yeah, Titans actually have a defense, but Will Levis is. I'm watching sports. They call him Mayo, straight Mayo.
Yeah.
And I agree. But because the Colts got something to play for, slight, I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Right. Okay. And you, Jake?
Wait, who's their backup quarterback?
That's
Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph. Yep. Mason.
He's the starter now.
Oh, Jesus. I know Christmas is around the corner, but man, and they playing.
The season for giving. It's gonna be a giving game of turnovers.
And they playing the Colts. I'm gonna go Colts because they've been acting up. They've been acting up.
Colts been trying to win games at least. They lost a heartbreaker last week, but it wasn't a heartbreak actually. But they beat them up. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going with the Colts. Browns at the Bengals, y'all. Do Jameis Winston? Okay. Thank you. The Browns at the Jamar, does Jameis Winston eat a W?
If he does, he'll be on the bench because he ain't starting no more.
Oh wow.
Yep. What's his name? DTR starting, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So the Bengals, there's a path to the playoffs for them. And that'll be probably the one team I don't think anybody in AFC want to see at all.
Almost the Bengals.
At all. Us Jamar's got to stick together. I'm going with the Bengals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Bengals done quietly turned it around slightly. If they would have just won one of them games, they'd be 7-7. Tiana, who you got?
The Bengals, one of my favorite QBs.
Yeah. Jake?
Yeah.
I'm going with Joe.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all.
JD.
Yep. Tomorrow. Voila. Lions at the Bears. Our Bears. Jamar, you been on a streak picking the Bears lately. You keeping it up?
Yeah, to a fault. We know how this goes here. I'll be the loyalist here, but it's cool. 6.5 point favorite for the Lions. I think that's too much. 47.5 over under. The only thing I can say that's in the Bears' favor is what I mentioned earlier in the show. The Lions do not play too well in Chicago, and Jared Goff has not played well in Chicago. That's the only thing I can say with that one. So I'm taking the poster behind me. I'm taking my team to a fault. I'm gonna put on my clown makeup and say bear down tomorrow, but we gonna see.
Yeah, Tiana.
Don't
Listen,
ask her. She gonna be like, I'm gonna choose both teams.
no.
Right. I'm out of my head, bro. Like, yes.
No, I'm definitely gonna choose the Bears. I mean, but I can't wait. Can I wait to watch this game?
Just
Um,
make sure this is recorded so she don't go, you know what I'm saying, reneging on this answer.
no, I always choose the Bears. Let's be clear. I always choose the Bears. I'm loyal. That's how I'm in, and I'm gonna stick beside them. But I do not mind watching the Lions win. Just not against the Bears. So see how tomorrow goes.
Right. Yeah, Jake, bro.
I'm cheering for the Bears because I'm cheering for them because so we can get this top 5 pick, so we get an offensive lineman or a defensive tackle. So go Bears.
It says to pick the Lions, but since I like the sound of the Cancun button, goddamn it, give me the Bears.
Wow, he chose the button over the. Okay.
Right. Button over your pick.
Give me the button. Give me the button, goddamn. Give me the button.
Wow.
Y'all acting up this morning, man.
Dude, y'all choosing violence?
The Bears gonna get whooped tomorrow, but hey, give me the button. Give me the button,
Whooped.
man. They
It
probably
ain't gonna be that bad of
get
a whooping.
tomorrow. The way the Bears these last 3 weeks, they have given up mentally. In this game tomorrow, it would be if they do this would be the biggest
No
win of the
matter. I hate those kind
It'd
of
be
games.
so nice, but
Yeah.
is it likely gonna happen now?
As long as they
So
keep Green Bay at the end of the year, I'll be happy. Shit.
you know
Yeah,
that'd be great too, man. Beating the Packers, that trumps a lot. But the Eagles at the Commanders, Jamar, that's a big one, bro. Who you got?
Just so you know, Eagles are favorite 3.5 on the road, 45.5 over under. Last time these two teams played, I mentioned Saquon Barkley had almost 200 yards on the ground. The Commanders could barely move the ball. Jaden Daniels was pretty banged up. I mean, I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I don't see a path to victory for the Commanders unless Jaden Daniels turn into Josh Allen out here. I don't see it.
Tiana?
What's this? Jets? Sorry, Eagles and Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles. Eagles
Okay.
are looking like one of the best teams, if not the best team, right behind the Bills. Right
Okay.
now.
Yep. Eagles 12-2 at Commanders 9-5. Jake, who you got?
I'm going with my boy Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I'm with Jake, y'all. I got the Commanders. I think
What?
Commanders. Yeah, y'all sleeping on the Commanders. I got the Commanders.
Commander sleeping on the Commanders. The
I know,
hell?
I'm snoring.
Hey, don't be disrespectful. All right.
I got in my night guard on the Commanders. I got on my sleep apnea mask on the Commanders. Damn.
Now you just want to just say anything. Like the Commanders, come on, man.
I thought I saw Jaden Daniels' picture on NyQuil at the store, bro.
Right. I took melatonin, okay, watching the Commanders. Not okay. Z's everywhere, sheep everywhere. Like you mean?
Fluffy pillows, dog.
Right, everywhere.
I just want to point out y'all weren't talking that shit early this season, but I'll let y'all have it. Go ahead.
Hey, come
Living in
new
the
data, new results. You get in new information. You change your outlook. That's how it goes.
All right.
Now,
So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one, y'all. And so I think it's gonna be a good game. The Falcons actually Kirk Cousins against the Giants. If this was a game for Michael Penix to start against the Giants at home, right?
Yep.
So,
all right, just so people know, Falcons are favored by 9 with the rookie quarterback starting.
That's what I'm talking about.
42.5 over under at 9. Oof, that's maybe, but I can smell a Cancun coming here. Just know I booked my flight.
Right. I'm make sure I'm on the flight.
Absolutely. I got my sunscreen, my shades. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I'm going to Cancun, but I ain't trying to go with Jamal and Tiana though. But
that's what this man wanna fight.
Jake
he and Rogers and I'm buying cart G. Let's set it up.
Man. But I'm going with my boy Michael Penix for sure. I've been waiting for him to touch the field, bro.
Right. Jake been waiting on this, and so this happening, and so let's wish that kid good luck, man. I hope he go out there and light it up tomorrow. Then he'll be swag surfing in Atlanta. Atlanta don't care; they just want a swag surfing victory. After Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix, they'll throw Michael Penix and swag surf too, Jamar, as long as they winning. And so we go see how that turn out tomorrow. Giants at the Jets, y'all. The Rams, y'all. Shout out to the Rams, man. They're first place in the NFC West. They got a good chance to solidify themselves and get some real good stronghold on locking up the NFC West. Jamar, who you got for this one?
Where you go?
Hold on real quick.
Okay. Let me actually put on my other screen so I can see what's happening here. All right. So,
okay, I'm about to say, make sure you spray if you was going to the bathroom. But I'm listening.
Oh my God, leave her.
Anyway, Jamal, who you got, bro? Rams at the Jets.
All right, just so you know, Rams are favored on the road by 3, 46.5 over under. So normally the narrative of, West Coast team traveling all the way to the East Coast, I mean, that usually not a good thing. But last time the Rams went East Coast, they kicked the bleep out of the Patriots. So, I mean, Jets probably got the worst dysfunctional team I ever seen in my life. Like, everything that you hear about them, that's, oh my gosh. Give me the Rams. Make this quick. Are we booking flights again?
Yeah, are we?
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Jake, you on the flight, bro, to Cancun?
Yeah, I booked mine last because I didn't want to sit next to Tiana and Jamal. But yeah.
Hey, you could at least be saying this with your Cancun hoodie on.
Man.
Right, bro. You got that hoodie, bro. Dude got that hoodie, yes, sir. And so, yeah. Thanks for the support, by the way, Jake, bro. Appreciate you. And so,
for sure.
Yeah, I need to get, man. I was looking on the site.
Right. My damn self. Voila. Yeah, Cancun. The Vikings at the Seahawks. Y'all don't know if this is a Cancun. That's more hard for me. What about?
Yeah, this one's a defeat code. 3-point favorite for the Vikings on the road, 42.5 over under. The fact that Geno is playing after that knee injury last game, the fact that Kenneth Walker III is back, the fact that nobody's talking about Jackson Smith and Jigba. Ian was here, blah blah blah. But anyway, I call the Vikings frauds. I got the Seahawks. Seahawks winning this game.
Yeah, Tiana.
I'm gonna have to go with my main man Jamar and go Seahawks. I agree. I'm not buying Sam Darnold. Like Sam Darnold. Now he is gonna get paid, but Seahawks.
He is. And Jake.
I'm going with the Purple People Eaters.
Right. I'm with you too, man. I don't think they're 12-2 for no reason. Give me the Vikings. That defense. And so Jaguars at the Raiders. Jamar, somebody got to win this game, bro, unless they tie.
I'm gonna say, do they have to win? Do they?
They dropping.
I know the Raiders trying to tank for Shador. I know that much.
Yep.
Raiders are favored by 2, 40.5 over under. I don't know if Aiden O'Connell's quarterback or Desmond Ritter or whomever. I don't know. I'm gonna say
It's Aiden O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell starting tomorrow.
all right, so that actually gives the Raiders a better chance of winning, but they ain't trying to win. Ugh. I guess Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
This is ugly. Don't ask me to pick this game again.
What was your pick again? What you say? You said the Raiders are who?
hey.
He was doing it on purpose, Jamar.
I know.
And so, T, who you got? Who you got? Jags or Raiders? Somebody got to win the game, sis, unless they tie.
I'm gonna go Jags.
Okay. And Jake, what about you, bro?
I got the NFL draft on 3. Okay. They the only ones that's gonna win this game for that matchup right there. I got the NFL draft. Do that pick count?
Right.
Or I gotta pick a team.
You got to, bro. Because I know somebody gonna be pissed if they win tomorrow. They're gonna be pissed.
Man, so since the draft is like right there, we going for position. I'm gonna go with the Raiders because they gotta stay like right in between 2 and 3. So I'm gonna go Raiders.
And I'm with you, Jake. Shout out to Purdue Boilermaker Aiden O'Connell, Jamar. I got the Raiders. Raiders at home. That's the difference. The Niners at the Dolphins, y'all. Talk about 2 disappointments. Both 6 and 8. Somebody finna be 6 and 9, Mark. One of these things gonna be 6 and be done for good. They franchise gonna be at a crossroads, Jake, between one of these 2 teams.
Yep.
That's this one, Jamar.
So Niners are favored by 1 on the road, 44.5 over under. Yeah, loser of this game is pretty much done, eliminated officially. So for the Niners, Garindo's out. Insert Taylor there. For the Dolphins, Jalen Waddle's probably not playing. So yeah. These 2 teams are like dang near one and the same, bro.
Because that's he came from Shanahan Tree.
Yep, Mike McDaniels. I actually like him as a coach. I do. Give me the Niners. Give me the Niners.
Okay.
Boo. Tomato with this pick in this game. I would probably go Dolphins.
Jake,
We know who Jake got.
Right? Bang, bang, 9 a game. And I'm with you, T. I got the Dolphins.
Bang. You already know.
Yeah. I got the Dolphins at home, though. That's going to be a good game, though. I know both of those teams 6 and 8. But, Jamar, if we would have said these teams were 0-0 at the beginning of the season, I think we all can agree, Tiana and Jake, we would have been excited for this game if this is week 1. And so, completely disappointment for both teams this season. A lot of injuries. Injuries definitely affected both of these teams' outcomes. And
the Madden Church did it for my team. I already know what happened.
Yeah, somebody. It's gonna be hard to believe, but it's true. But the Patriots at the Bills. Or somebody got the Patriots.
I got my frequent flyer miles on this. Just know Buffalo favored by 14, 46.5 over under. I'm pretty much got my resort picked out, dog.
And that's 14 is pretty high. Yeah, that means it'll take a miracle for the Patriots. So I think we all can agree that's a Cancun. Thanks for cutting me off, Jim. I appreciate it, bro.
No problem.
And so, yeah, the Buccaneers, y'all, at the Cowboys. This is an interesting one. The Cowboys at first place in the NFC South. Mike Evans is on the team.
I think for some reason, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, there's somehow, some way, the Cowboys have a chance for the playoffs. Just throwing it out there. But Buccaneers are favored 4.5 on the road, 48.5 over under. Yeah, I'm taking the Buccaneers.
Right, Tiana?
Bucks, Cowboys, terrible.
Jake?
The show like them cowgirls. I'm not a fan.
Right. Who are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
That button been busy today, doing a lot of work. Same like a Jamal, who you got?
Look, 14.5 point favorite, 42.5 over under. I'm gonna do everybody a favor here. Like,
wait, who's the teams?
Just know that the Saints are playing the Packers in Green Bay.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Just do everybody a favor,
Yeah.
bro.
Voila. And so, hey y'all, if we don't mind, let's pick. We got 4 more games to pick up games, but we won't be on it next Saturday again. And so, the Chiefs. By the way, Monday still. Let's talk about it off there, but I'm game for it. It depends on y'all. So, yeah. On the other hand, at the Steelers on Christmas. Jamar, who you got, bro? These are very tough. These are really good games.
Oof. Boy. I'm a shoot.
It's either you picking a cheating ass team in the NFL or you picking the Steelers. Pick one. Like, it's not a hard decision.
It is, because there's a lot of variables to this. If Pickens plays, then that sways my pick. Hollywood Brown, how he plays today, sways my pick.
Listen,
George Pickens probably.
I'm gonna take the Steelers for now.
Okay, Tiana.
Chiefs at the Steelers.
Yep.
Don't say ooh. Y'all saying ooh like the Chiefs don't cheat every game. Come on, man. Y'all is sick.
Y'all be choosing violence.
It'd be easier for us, Jake, if it was at the Chiefs, but this is at Pittsburgh.
Man, they've been cheating on the road, at home, on the video game. I don't know what else you want me to say.
Nah,
like, I'm gonna go Chiefs. I'm gonna just stick with you can't go against Patty Mahomes.
Right. So that actually on my pick already. I got the Chiefs with T. Jake, who you got?
Fuck the Chiefs. I'm going with the Steelers.
So wait, so you picking? Just to be clear, you gonna pick the Chiefs?
Them cheating bastards. I'm the only one that's going with common sense that know they cheating every game. But
so what I gather, Patrick Mahomes your favorite QB?
No, Patrick Mahomes. I can't say it because we live, but just know.
Look at him taking all the bait. Go ahead.
He ain't shit. Ain't never gonna be. How? Let me put this in perspective. How is the Chiefs? How is the Chiefs? What they is 12, 13-1, right? How they 13-1? And this man threw more picks than he got touchdowns. I just want to know. Okay. Come on now.
I gotta check out.
Come on, man.
He did. I don't know if that's still his name.
I don't know if it's still a same.
Yeah,
somewhere around that ballpark. I know it's touchdowns and interception ratio somewhere around the same. It ain't really impressive, but you know,
and they 13-1. Come on.
I mean,
come on, man.
Shout out to the organization and the team.
Shout out to the NFL for paying what they want to see. But I'm listening though.
Right. But Jamar, bro, the Ravens at the Texans. That's another big game, bro. Both teams healthy in Houston. Who you got for that one?
I'm gonna take Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to take care of business. Texans don't have a line. CJ Stroud, the second most quarterback sacked in the league. Like that's all I need to know.
Okay. And Tiana?
Rams, Texas.
Ravens, Texas.
Ravens. Okay, I'm trying to read. Sorry.
Put your glasses on.
Oh, Ravens. Oh, Ravens.
Put your glasses
Ravens.
on.
Ravens. Okay.
Yeah.
Ravens.
Right. And Jake?
Texas at home.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Yep. And I'm with y'all. I'm gonna go with the Texans at home because they at home. And then lastly, y'all, we'll be talking about this next week. The Seahawks at the Bears. Bears. And so Thursday night football. Do the Bears pull off some magic against Seattle, Jamar, Thursday night?
Well, I'm a clown for believing it. So I got my pick and Tiana's pick. So we bear down. So what about y'all?
Jake?
I'm in the crowd with my paper bag on too. So don't leave me up.
Right.
I'm in the crowd with my paper bag on too.
He's ashamed.
Right.
But he's supporting.
Right. For me, I wish I could pick the Bears for this one, but I can't, y'all. I gotta go with the Hawks, man.
Oh, I thought you want to hear the button.
Man,
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it, like, do I want to hit that button right now? But then I had to realize that I had to think about my overall record for that week.
Kick him off. Kick him off.
For wins and losses. And so I had to literally
kick him off.
It's just logical, guys. It's logical to go with the Seahawks. I love the
listen.
Bears.
I don't like it. He went with the button. He went with he going for the record. Because kick him off.
I just had to go with common sense, y'all. So,
it's too much conflict.
Yeah, I had to go with common sense, y'all. So give me the Hawks. And so support this stream again to our viewers, y'all. That concludes our NFL picks for week 16. We pulling up the link, y'all. And so when you see that, that lets you know to hit that QR code. Y'all see that QR code? Just use your phone. Hit the QR code. Where Jake's eyes is exactly. You see them big eyeballs lining up right there. Exactly. Voila. And that lets you know that you can support us. We got beautiful merchandise. I don't know if y'all seen Ian Jones, People Hernandez with the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast hoodie. It's fly as hell. Jake got the Cancun on 3, created by Tiana. That hoodie, fly as hell. So we got merchandise. We got it here. But we can't continue the podcast without your support. So we need your support. We appreciate your support in advance and your love. And thank you all in advance for your support. We appreciate it. And so hit the link. Hit the QR code. Early
Wait.
And so
Ian, if you watching this, tell your sister I need a photo shoot since she gets your pictures. All right, tell her I'm gonna be ready next time.
and Ian commented about stating Lions going to the Super. Shout out to Ian for letting us Detroit Lions. And so, Jamar, it's time for my thoughts and shout out. Jake, and we appreciate this, bro. Tiana, but Jamar, I'll start with you, bro. Any final thoughts or shout outs as we head into the weekend?
In fact, we got 4 of us on here this morning. Shout out to y'all, especially the lady that actually got up this morning. So, shout out to that. That's an eclipse right there.
Salute.
In case we're not on again, Merry Christmas, y'all. Merry Christmas. So
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah and
Happy
Merry
Kwanzaa.
Christmas from Pinky, nigga. But what's up?
That's all I got.
And so literally, bro, we was literally talking about that. Right. I said with the background, bro. We literally was talking about the Friday after next, Jake. I promise you, bro. Ricky Smiley snuck through the window, and after he took the gifts, he said, "Merry Christmas, nigga," and ran out the apartment. I promise you, bro. We was talking about Friday after next, and then you talk about Friday. Crazy. But anywho, it's just the Christmas. So Jamar, appreciate your final thoughts and shout outs, bro. Merry Christmas, etc. T, final thoughts and shout outs. We head into the weekend.
Yes. Happy to be on today. Thank you always for having me. Much appreciated. Just shout out to y'all doing the podcast. Brandon, Jamar, Trader, Jake.
Boo to you too.
Right. Y'all.
We got some beef we gonna handle offline. Don't worry about it.
It's cool.
Got all the smoke.
Hey, next live video, we gonna have a ring, y'all. All right, we gonna rent out a park.
You got all the smoke.
We go set it up.
Yeah, that's my final thought. I need to get in the ring.
Right.
But no, happy holidays to everybody. A great day of games. We got 12 NBA games. We got 2 great NFL games. Tomorrow, a lot of games. We got college football playoffs. It's an amazing time to be a sports fan. So very excited. Very, very exciting stuff. So yeah, thanks again for having me.
Yeah. Jake, bro, final thoughts, shout outs. We head into the weekend.
Shout out to everybody who always at least wake up or not wake up, just watch the videos and support. Thank y'all for tuning into our bullshit and our fun every morning, or just overall. Everybody be blessed. And my last take is, can we cancel the NBA season because they trash? Because
don't do that. See, we ain't dig into the NBA like that yet, and I ain't get to do my NBA thing.
And anyway, because they shoot too many threes, and
Jake, we still at the beginning.
They said they shoot too many threes, and it's a bad thing. That's one, and then 2. I just want the NCAA football to get this correct next time. When you show support to all division schools, not just these name brand schools, man. Shout out to a dude from San Jose State who won the Triple Crown in receiving. And shout out to the tight end. I forgot what school he went to for winning the Triple Crown as a tight end. Even though they didn't win the best receiving and tight end in NCAA because of favoritism,
right?
Man, shout out to y'all for sure.
Right, I like that, Jake. Yeah, compared to that kid's numbers from San Jose State. Nowhere near. Right, and so thanks for pointing that out, bro. And so shout out to you all. Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas to the world. Jesus is the reason for the season. Remember, Christmas is more than just gifts. It's about love.
It's about whooping ass on the spades table too. Whoever playing spades, just send me an invite in my inbox.
Right, y'all heard Jake. So, with that being said, well, we appreciate you all, man. We appreciate the commentary, and like you said, Jake, thanks to those who, you know what I'm saying, Jamar's like somebody, if you got a corner store, they stop by and grab a bag of chips for 30 seconds, and then they out the door. That's how the pod is sometimes. We got folks that stop in for 30 seconds and 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and check. We appreciate y'all. We ask when y'all stop back, just leave a like, hit that like. And so with that being said, on behalf of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we would like to say thank you for tuning in with us this morning. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Continue to chop it up and support our podcast on various platforms. And if you are with Love to Sports Talk podcast, we are here and would love to do so with you. Your love and support is truly appreciated. And we hope you all have a blessed and safe weekend. Peace and Merry Christmas.